こんにちは。
こんにちは。
ヘッドジャパンの竹田です。
ヘッドジャパン高山です。
My name is Ralph. I'm the director of R&D for racket sports. So welcome to the prototype production for all rackets here at HEAD in Austria. Now we want to go and get our hands dirty.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
いわゆる R&D の工場ですね。
選手のラケットを作ってる。
選手のラケットでいろんな
プロトタイプも作るんですね。
プロトタイプも作ってますし、商品になるもののリサーチ&デベロップメントを行っている場所とですね。
普通は絶対入れないですよね。行きましょう。
This is now, right now we have summer in Austria and also here, you know, it's very hot, 35 degrees. So if it's too hot, we can spend 5 minutes inside.
Okay.
寒。ここはカーボンの冷蔵庫。
What are you planning?
This is, we have a lot of material for making prototypes here, and most of this material is pre-preg. So it's from companies like Toray, Teshin, Mitsubishi, and pre-preg means that the carbon fiber are impregnated already with the resin. And to make sure that this resin doesn't cure, we have to store it at a low temperature, so we avoid chemical reactions to happen, and that's why we have this nice place.
素材自体を保存しているところですね。
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome at Head Manufacturing. My name is Stefan. I work for the R&D here at Head, and my title is a pre-development manager. So I'm doing development of prototypes or something like this. So material development, some shape development, everything new technology that's coming in 2-3 years, something like this, is on my desk also with the team together. Yeah, and so we are making prototypes, and that is what we would like to show you today.
What was your very first racket you produced?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I joined Head in 2004. So I'm now 21 years with Head already. Yeah.
What racket was that?
My first racket was a flex point radical.
Flex point radical. Yeah.
So the very first thing I want to show you is the carbon material. So tennis rackets are made out of carbon material, and our raw material is the so-called pre-preg. So on the pre-preg material you see the carbon fibers running in this direction, and there's a separation paper which we can take away. So if you want to take that material and pull it apart in this direction, it's very easy to destroy it. But if you want to do it in this direction, it is stronger than steel. Now we take carbon fiber material and we put special arrangements of carbon fiber material. This is here carbon fiber running this direction on this piece, and top of the carbon fiber is running in this direction. So we manufacture carbon paper and we put it on top of each other and make a piece of carbon material. If you lay it, that's the reason why we call it Layup, because we simply lay pieces up. And we put in the nylon tube a rod, a carbon rod, and then we roll the carbon paper and we manufacture a carbon tube. And this is the main piece of the performance of a tennis racket. When we have the tube, then we bend it into the shape of a tennis racket. And then you do something like this, or you end up with something like this. You have this carbon tube running around, coming back here. Then we have put the yoke inside here, and then we have some tiny carbon pieces which are fixing the yoke, and here is the start of the handle, therefore we fix it here also. This is now a classical carbon construction for a tennis racket. Sometimes a pro player is coming to us and telling us, my racket is wobbling in the head, I need more stability in the head area. And then we engineers are asking ourselves, how can we fight that? How can we help? Sometimes we put material on different locations, and and then we build a new prototype and give it back to the customer, to the pro player, whoever demands a wish from us, and then we ask, is it getting better? And if yes, then we are very happy. If not, we find a different solution. So this station is the so-called pre-shaping station, and there we are doing the combination of all the parts of the tennis racket. So we put the main tube on top, we put the yoke inside, and we do the small pieces. And if everything is combined, then we are taking the racket out, and then we are going to the press molding. This is a press. This is at the moment cold. If it is in production, this temperature is 130 degrees and I could not touch it. And then we take this racket and put it inside here into the mold. And if I massage it into the mold, then the whole press is closing. Boom. When it's closed, then the air injection is applying air pressure into the tube, and so the tube is expanding, and if the mold is closed, it is taking the shape of the mold. So it is like manufacturing a waffle. So if you take a waffle iron and if you put the dough inside, then you close it and the mold is putting the shape into the waffle. And it's the same here. This tool is giving the shape of the racket, and this is the material we put inside. And the combination of the material and the shape together is making the magic. So it is sometimes very difficult, the racket sport engineering. You have here the fork, the shaft, and if I add here just 1 millimeter of width of the tennis racket, the playability is completely different. So the shape and the material must be in a very perfect combination to have the good performing racket. Afterwards 10 minutes with 130 degrees, but something like this is then coming out of the mold, and we need to cut it, we need to remove these pieces, and then we have what we call a raw frame. And the raw frame is then the basis for the next following steps. This is a raw frame. So this is really the color of the carbon. Yeah, sure. It is very lightweight.
Really light.
Yeah.
塗装が結構重い、そういうことですね。
A tennis racket which is 300 grams heavy has just a raw frame which is around 180-200 grams. And this material needs to have all the strength of the racket.
Right.
So one thing that is always amazing for me is the amount of force a racket can take. So if you have a racket with a 16-19 string pattern, then you have how many holes? So 16 means 16 times 2, 32, plus 19 times 2 is 38, 38 plus 32 is 70. So we have 70 holes for a 16-19 string pattern. Now you string it. And on each string, for example, we have a test with 40 kilograms. So 70 times 40 kilograms are pushing into the frame. So it's 2.8 ton. 2.8 ton is a big car. Yeah, it's a big SUV car. And we have to take the load of this big SUV car which wants to collapse the racket with this carbon here. And the carbon in the top is just 100 grams. And now you see how special the carbon material is. You have to have a big SUV which is supported by a piece of the weight of a chocolate. So the carbon fiber material is really something special. So this is a Gravity Pro. It can be anybody's racket. This is not specified at the moment. So this is what we do for pro players. We have a racket which has got a cosmetic on top, and then you put the grip on it, then you put the grip band, the butt cap, you cut it to length, and you even can adjust the string pattern. So these are prototype rackets which we do for development, and then they have the black cosmetics, and we try to optimize some certain things. For example, we have a special drilling pattern for the special performance reasons, and then we make 5, 6, 7 many different string patterns, and in playtest we decide which one is the best, and the best one is then afterwards used in the commercial construction. So at the beginning we always have many options, and at the end the one racket which is finalized is then the best choice of many prototypes. So we have many carbon construction, we have many drill patterns, sometimes we also have many different kind of molds, and we make the decisions normally or always together with the customer how to use the optimal performance.
What kind of orders they want? What are their demand?
The normal pro player, if he's successful, is a very conservative customer. So if the pro player is performing at a high level, then he is just having his specification and he's getting all the time the same rackets. So Novak Djokovic is a very consistent player. He is always getting the same tennis rackets, and he is getting order slots or around 10 rackets. So for example, for the grass court season, he is ordering 10 rackets, something like this.
Is racket produced in this factory?
Yes.
Oh.
So this whole department here is to fulfill the demands of the pro players. So we are a service department. We want them to be happy with the racket, and we deliver them the racket where they can be serious that they have the best racket in the world. So it is a pro player service department in technical, but also in psychological sense, that they can be proud of having the head racket and knowing that this is the best tennis racket in the world. And we also learn a lot from the pro players for the customers then afterwards, that we sometimes see that a pro player wants to have this or that wish, and then we say that might be good for the customer, and then we use that thought to implement it later into our technologies. So these pro player rackets look like I can play with them, but sometimes they are heavier, and then you shall not touch it. So it is something that you need to exercise to have the ability to get the full potential of a pro player racket. But this is not a general rule. So sometimes a pro player racket is also having normal spec, like Yannick Sinner racket. You can take that racket like almost for a customer, it's almost customer specs. So he is playing normal lightweight, so you could play with his racket. But a racket, for example, of Thomas Muster is 400 grams heavy. You must be a monster to play this racket there. And even the modern tennis is not possible with a Thomas Muster racket anymore. So the technology, the racket specifications have advanced. So the players and the rackets are in a symbiosis together. Tennis is a good sport, and I hope you enjoy and have fun with our products we are making here. So I wish you all the best and enjoy tennis on court, and keep on playing tennis, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
なんかおっしゃってた印象的だったのは、やっぱり選手のラケットを作る場所っていうことで、選手はやっぱり人生をかけてテニスをしているわけで、やっぱり自分たちもその選手が要望があることを全てやると。で選手は同じものを長く使って自分のテクニックは信じてっていう話があって、これからこう強くなっていくジュニアの子たちには、特にチームヘッドジュニアの子たちなんかはもうヘッドのラケットを信じて取り組んで頑張ってほしいな。
ハワード・ヘッドさんはね、それが構想したというか
いやいや、大人向けにはいいんじゃないですか。
そうですね。
そうですね。
確かに
いろんなの使って。
確かにジュニア時代とか
ジュニアの子たちにはもうこれだけの思いを込めて作られているラケットなので、本当に最後におっしゃったみたいにものを信じて、自分のラケットを信じて練習に励んでほしいな。私のあともうちょっと早くここ来てたらもうちょっと強かったかな、これ。可能性あったかな。
あります。
ありましたかな。